What? Wait, I don't think they're ready for this.
These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. Pull up on them and it look nice, look nice.
These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. These moves looking real nice in the future. Pull up on them and it look nice, nice.
Yeah, we look nice, future looking nice, we don't need to tell them
Here
twice.
comes the future.
Yeah, we look nice, future looking real nice, we don't need to tell them twice.
Here comes the future.
It's an all-Victorian affair at Amy Park, where Melbourne City play their 150th A-League men's game at the venue tonight against Western United, who of course called this place home last week against Perth Glory. The start of City's title defence has been somewhat jittery. 2 late fade-outs costing them 2 points, and it could have easily been 4. They cannot afford such a late lapse again this evening, even if they did keep a clean sheet in the FFA Cup win over Hume City during the week. As for Western United, they got that first win over the Glory, a rather stodgy affair in places, but sometimes it's just all about the results, and John Aloisi's side hadn't had one for quite a while. They don't have a great record against City, but the champions' early season vulnerability does make this a rather fascinating clash in prospect. Handshakes from referee Alex King and the 2 skippers. Scott Jamieson on the right of Melbourne City and Alessandro Diamanti on the left. Always plays with a big smile on his face. Still really enjoying his football, even at his advanced age in terms of an athlete's career. So out they come. Rather chilly night in Melbourne, but perfect conditions for football. The pitch, as ever, at this precinct in great nick. And we're all set for what should be a fascinating evening. You can just tell he loves the game, can't you, Alessandro Diamanti? Scott Jamieson a little bit more serious in terms of his focus as we check out the lineups. An unchanged 11 for Melbourne City from the one that started in Adelaide last week. This team virtually picks itself at the moment. Jamie McLaren has an incredible record against Western United, having scored 8 times in 6 matches against the Green and Black. Nuno Reis continues to keep Rostin Griffiths on the bench, a bench which also sees the return of Nathaniel Atkinson. Stefan Kolakowski is unavailable this evening as he is feeling unwell. Florent Berenguer, who will be looking to be the link with that star-studded front 3 of McLaren, Leckie and Naboots, now into his 4th campaign with City, and last year becoming just the 2nd Frenchman to win the A-League title after Mathieu Delpierre did it with Melbourne Victory. John Aloisi, the Western United coach. And he and Paddy Kisnorbo, of course, share a fair bit of history. The pair were Socceroos teammates in the Asian Cup in 2007. And Kisnorbo was actually then coached by his opposite number for a short time, while Aloisi was coach of the then Melbourne Heart and Kisnorbo was still playing. And John Aloisi's made one change for Western. Dylan Wenzel-Halls gets his reward for scoring that winner here off the bench against Perth last week with a start. Alexander Prijovic, not part of the matchday squad. He has a hamstring injury. Dan Garuccio, Neil Kilkenny and Lachlan Wales will all line up against their former club. But the big question as Western United kick us off is, can they get rid of the collywobbles that have afflicted them in the last couple of weeks, Daniel McBreen, particularly in the last half an hour of the 2 matches?
Good evening, Simon. Yes, I think this will be a real challenge for both teams. We all know the attacking prowess that Melbourne City have in their ranks. We've watched Western United's defensive capabilities in their opening 2 matches, conceding only 1 goal with Imai and Lacroix forming a very good partnership at the back.
Well, let's see what they can do in attack. This is a promising situation. The foul by Berenguer, giving Neil Kilkenny the opportunity to sling one in. Gets a word of advice from Diamanti. Lacroix at the back post, but it went towards the near where Scott Galloway will chase after the ball and just nod it out for a throw. Steady down by Western, back through Imai and Kilkenny. Now Lacroix invited forward. Short ball for Connor Payne. Good intricate play here by Western United. Oh, Tommy Glover looking to clear upfield, and it cannoned back off Wenzel Halls, I think, and could really have gone anywhere. Nervy moment for City.
It's been some good play from Western United here. And that's good what you're going to see from your striker as well, Dylan Wenzel Halls.
Meantime, Andrew Naboots on the run. Oh, there's a tangle of legs with Tomoki Abai. And Alex King says goal kick. Andrew Naboots gives the linesman the hard stare. Patrick Kisnorbo says, well, what about that for a penalty? I have to say, Daniel, to use the old phrase, you've seen these given.
I think he got it right. On first look, Simon, I think he got it right. I think it's coming together shoulder to shoulder. Naboot just tries to lean him, ease him out, and really just overbalances and falls away. You can see that shoulder to shoulder for me.
Yep.
Great decision, Alex King.
The close-up replay does confirm that. I have to confess, in real time, I thought there was a bit of a tangle of legs there, but that's your experience coming to play there, Macca. In the race. It's calmly done by Aidan O'Neill. Setting Berenguer on his way. Naboots available. Into the box. Chance here at the back stick. Jamie McLaren is all wrapped up, and he is claiming a corner there, I think. And he's got a bit to say.
I think he believes it came off the defender there, Josh Risdon. He's worked up, definitely.
He was worked up last week after the game as well. And Marcus Schroen in the FFA Cup against South Melbourne. Wow, that was some stop. Hit long, beautifully measured for Berenguer. McLaren tees up Naboots and gets in position. In the end, it's over the top from Florent Berenguer. 6'6" he is, Diamanti. Similar sort of area, awkward for Glover. He did well to fend that one away. And Jamison thumps it into the stand. Those deliveries are almost impossible to defend. Now Diamanti with a chance to turn and feed it beautifully into the path of Dylan Wenzel Halls. And Western are on the attack. Dylan Wenzel Halls! That is a sensational finish, and Western United take the lead, and it's 2 goals in 2 for Dylan Wenzel Halls. What a finish, and what a ball from Diamanti.
Well, the run was fantastic. The ball from Diamanti into the path of Wenzel Halls was fantastic. For a brief moment, you thought Curtis Good may have done enough to slow him down. As you see the ball from Diamanti there, perfectly timed. And Curtis Good here, you think, well, it's actually Ray's story, you think he's done enough, he showed him wide. Wenzel Halls clears it out his feet and finds that bottom corner. A wonderful finish. You can see he assesses the situation here, just slightly moves it out to his right, opens up the angle, fires it across Glover. Fantastic finish from Wenzel Halls.
There's an awful lot to like about that goal, unless you're a fan of Melbourne City, of course. And Dylan Wenzel Halls doing exactly what John Aloisi has brought him to Victoria to do. There's Diamanti again, this time finding Connor Payne. Oh, and he's away from Nuno Reyes. There was a trip, but advantage played. Payne in behind, and Curtis Good provided cover. Boots and Galloway not quite on the same wavelength as they try to clear the danger. Garuccio goes the more direct route. Useful ball in. Might drop it for Lockie Wales, who makes it 2 for Western United, or does he? Whistle's gone, and Lockie Wales' celebrations are cut short. I'm assuming for an infringement as the ball came across.
I'm just wondering if as we look at it, well, it's a great ball in. So he's not offside.
No offside.
Just wondering
yeah,
there.
I think that's the foul. That's what's been adjudged as the foul.
Yeah, just jumps into the back of Jamison. It's a wonderful ball.
And handball as well, maybe.
I think that was what Alex King was gesturing.
And VAR has upheld that decision. The verdict is handball. Good. And a boot. They find the right delivery. And the boots gets half a yard. Good ball in. McLaren's there. Jamie Young had to make the save this time. And a good one it was too. Still alive for City, but the whistle goes now because there's an injury to Josh Risdon, I think. And Jamie Young called it to action. Finally, that Western United defence was breached. And McLaren was on the end of this good work from Andrew Nabbout.
Well, it's the first shot on target in the 45th minute from Melbourne City. He's had no change from the Western United defenders so far, Jamie McLaren, but he gets there. Jamie Young, as he's coming across, gets that left boot out and scoops it away. It's a good header down. Jamie Young does enough. But what about the ball from Nabbout?
Casted down by Nabbout. Maybe the outside of Nabbout again. Yeah, he did go for it. It was exactly the same sort of field position as last week against Adelaide, wasn't it? Not quite the same clean connection though.
We were all screaming for it. As you saw there, you think he just wanted to get it out of his feet and it got stuck a little bit. It was enough for the defenders to recover.
Clever header by Mai. And that is half-time, says Alex King. The boos ring out around Amy Park. And he is the man whose goal separates the two sides. It came on 20 minutes, gloriously set up by Alessandro Diamanti, who's been outstanding, as has Leo Lacroix defensively for Western at the back. They have been rock solid, and the champions at the break have a bit to do. Melbourne City 0, Western United 1. Alex King about to get us back underway. Melbourne City are getting the ball rolling, sort of faced with the opposite problem that they've had from the last 2 weeks, where they've had late game fade-outs. Today they've started a bit slowly. Let's see if they pick it up. Here's Metcalf looking to create the first chance of the second half. Lecky, the little back heel from Berenguer, looking for the return with the Socceroo. And that's a bright start to the second stanza by City, which is what Paddy Kisnorbo will have wanted. It's good to pump it long and accurately too for Matt Lecky. Available top of the box is Connor Metcalf. Further on for Aidan O'Neill, off the frame of the goal with Jamie Young beaten. Western United rock back on their heels. City starting to mount a case, and Aidan O'Neill, he doesn't score too many, wasn't too far away there. Better from the home side. Berenguer. Nabbout. Retrieved by Galloway. Back they'll come through Nuno Reis. Jamison rather telegraphed his move there, and they've picked their pockets. Western United. Lockie Wales away. Two defenders in pursuit. Needs a bit of help. It arrives now from Wenzel Halls. They see it off for now, Melbourne City, and the foul is committed on Galloway. We're going to see the game's first yellow card as well issued to the goal scorer. A very promising counter-attack for Western United, and they might have done a bit better with that.
We thought Wenzel Halls was away here. He just misjudged the fly to the ball. You've got to give credit to the Melbourne City defence. You can see 5 back in numbers. That striker made O'Neill hit it true.
It's a little bit sluggish first half, Melbourne City. Berenguer, well dug out. Nabbout thought about shooting first time, did second. Good save again, Jamie Young. That's 2 now.
Well, they have lifted the tempo. It's a couple of occasions now where strikes on the edge of the box and the boot again comes inside. And that famous outside of the right boot just brings it in. There it is, and Jamie Young equal to the task. Another good save. Starting to get a little bit more involved now, Jamie Young.
The boots. And Matthew swap flanks again. And then Diamante caught from behind. It's going to be another booking.
Who just caught Diamante as he was looking to strike the ball as his leg came back. It's one of those ones that hurts just for the... Do you see how he twists his ankle as he kicks the ground just because of the touch from the boot?
Andrew the boot into the book. It's the second card of the new season, and that change has now been made by Melbourne City. Marco Tilio on in place of Laurent Berenguer. It's O'Neill again. Down behind McLaren this time. Wales with the clearance. Still penned in. Qua with the diving header. It's coming back with alarming frequency at the moment from a Western United point of view. Boots looking to attack Garuccio. Just ran out of pitch, Andrew the Boots. Seemed to lose his bearings a little bit.
It's been well defended by Garuccio there. Going backwards, it's always difficult. So he just does enough.
Garuccio too. Now they've got the chance to break Western. Connor Pay. Garuccio spots Diamante in space, who in turn finds Lockie Wells. This is beautiful build-up. It's Wenzel Halls just about to pull the trigger when he got taken off his toe, but that's the danger for City. One back by Kilkenny. McLaren wanted a foul. Angled in towards Wales. Diamante. Oh, he just got caught in two minds there, Alessandro Diamante, but a promising situation there for Western. And John Aloisi is frustrated they didn't make more of it.
Well, as that ball came out to Lockie Wales there, thought he was just going to pull the trigger.
Dylan Parias is primed and ready for action, going through his last-minute instructions with Hayden Fox. I'll tell you what, you're not going to lose anything in terms of speed by the introduction of Dylan Parias either.
No.
Because he is also lightning quick.
And loves to run forward.
Doesn't he just? Bit of defending to do here though. McLaren on the turn. Tough to execute.
I think that sums up really the night for McLaren. You wouldn't even class that as half a chance. He's having to spin and turn from outside the box.
Jamison for Leckie went first time. It was the right decision. Metcalf squares it up. One Lacroix is there again. Always just seems to be in the right place at the right time. Well, we're going to see first competitive minutes in the A-League men's this season for Nathaniel Atkinson in place of Andrew Naboot. This is a young man who lit up the grand final last year, had a terrific campaign, went off to play for the Olyroos. Has had to bide his time a little bit at the outset of the new campaign. Would have expected to pick up points from this game. They still might. So, foul by Wales. Clear shove. There were smiles on the faces, but if my lip reading is correct, I don't think it was that friendly.
Shoulder to shoulder ref, I'm sure that's what he was saying.
Change for Western United, their second of the game. We're going to see introduction of youngster Isuzu. Comes from having played, of course, at a very high level overseas. Worked out by Metcalf. It's Galloway. And he managed to get the cross in, but plucked out of the air by Jamie Young. And we tick over into the last 10 minutes. Western United weathered that second half storm. Leckie, neatly controlled into the path of Tilio. Taking on Lacroix, getting around him and hanging it up for Atkinson, who was just going backwards. And so too was Jamie Young, who tipped it over for another corner. But Tilio, for once, got around Leo Lacroix.
Patrick Knorbo, we're wanting some injection of pace, tempo, then a little bit of flair at the end to hold it up at the back post. His fellow substitute teammate Atkinson just couldn't quite get enough on it as he was just stretching the neck muscles to bring it back.
Not over the line yet. Western United partly clear by MI. Set by Nuno Reyes. Oh, the volley got a deflection and Jamie Young had to readjust brilliantly and just stuck out an arm to make sure the ball didn't go into the back of the net. Now here's Dylan Parias on the charge at the other end for Western. That's one of two things. It's either a really outstanding save from Jamie Young or it's just pure reflex and a touch of luck. Let's see which one it is. The volley from Tilio, it's actually a really good save.
It's a great save.
Really good save.
Lacroix gets his head down. Jamie Young, when he's been called on tonight, has made some great saves.
They've got a nice mix.
And a fantastic work rate together as a team.
Diamante's going to go for goal. That's not the first time he's tried that this season. He tried it against Perth last week and almost embarrassed Brad Jones. Down by O'Neill. Tilio. Jamison. O'Neill. And a chance maybe for McLaren. Threw his body at the ball. Couldn't make the connection.
Definitely have the personnel to play that system.
Little flick by Leckie and he's in place for the return. It's Matthew Leckie. Well, you thought that that might have been the moment for City, but he got underneath it, the Socceroo. Those faces tell you all you need to know. And those two. The contrast between the two sets of supporters. That'll do it. Alex King blows for full time, and it is consecutive wins for Western United as the John Aloisi Ray clicks into gear. The champions beat for the first time this season. A bit of work to do for Paddy Kisnorbo if they're to emulate Sydney and Brisbane in going back-to-back for A-League titles. That's what it means for Western. And heroic defensive effort led by Leo Lacroix. A handful of really good saves too by Jamie Young. They were outstanding all over the park. And for the second week running, Dylan Wenzel-Halls ends up as the match winner. His 20th minute goal expertly fed by Alessandro Diamante. In the end, proving the difference. Full time at Amy Park. Melbourne City 0, Western United 1.